We got a HSR Honkai Star Rail. Gold and Gears special program. This is the new thing going on in the simulator universe. We actually played a little bit of it on stream the other day. I didn't go through all of it. I don't think on stream because it played very similar to this Swarm Disaster with a few tweaks in there. But let's see what they have to say about it in the actual program here. Make sure the audio isn't too loud.
Aren't you the one from the Simulated Universe expansion module test? The so-called Simulated Universe Goat?
Yours truly! Not even 10 Lord Ravagers are enough to scare me.
Well, my wish is that all who cross paths with me are blessed with good fortune, including in the new algorithmic branch of the Simulated Universe.
There was no good
expansion
fortune meaning
module,
up
Golden
remain.
Gears.
Madam encountering you is the epitome of good fortune.
Do me a favor. Don't tell Herta about the slices, all right? Is it true that after your last test, you wrote very easy on the feedback form?
Don't trust her.
The Trailblazer told me to write that.
Don't trust her.
Your feedback is exactly why we've added new mechanisms to the universe, which encourage participants to be even more creative.
No wonder that was so exhausting. Assembling dice, rotating compasses, precisely calculating intracognition values, not to mention the erudition resonance extrapolation.
I'll be honest, like a lot of the stuff they added with the dice,
By the way, is it
I
true
think it was a
you're visiting
bit
the
much.
space
It was like
station?
too much busy
Is that
work
why you're
going
able to
on
make
there.
it to the show today?
I ignored for the
Correct.
most part.
Herta summoned all the Simulated Universe collaborators. Not everyone showed up, but I happened to have some important business to take care of.
Call the collaborators? Well, if Madam Herta sent out the call, there must be some interesting history and fragments to explore and assemble.
I do like
Looks
some of the
we'll
new events,
need
though.
the Trailblazer to be our guinea pig again.
Yes. Now that you mention it, it's only fair that your hard work is rewarded.
Seriously?
Wait, 4,000?
Miss Ron May, you're
4,000
too generous.
jades? Wait,
And
that's
you're
what
too
we're getting?
kind. Also,
I didn't
there's a
bother
new
counting.
feature designed to lighten the tester's workload. Did you notice it?
You must be referring to the shared weekly progress between the Simulated Universe expansion module and the original Simulated Universe. It means that Trailblazers can now accumulate weekly points in the Simulated Universe while testing the expansion module.
Oh, that is
When
so
asking
good.
for
Like, I didn't
someone's
notice it
help,
before because I
it's
already
only
completed
proper
the
to
week's
minimize their
Simulator Universe.
inconvenience.
But yeah,
You mentioned wanting some tips, right?
I guess now we don't need to
Well,
go
I
through the
gotta
regular
say, I
World
think
1 through 8. We
aced
can just do
the
this
testing
one.
with flying colors. But some parts were confusing.
I hope
especially
they
the
did the
dice.
same thing with
Am I
Storm
supposed to
Disaster.
assemble them myself?
It was Steven who came up with the concept of custom dice combinations. You may run into him in the expansion module. He's a fascinating individual, always pushing the limits of the game with his groundbreaking ideas.
Okay, before we continue, Celia, are you there?
What?
Okay, so they're talking about Stephen Lloyd, from part of the Genius Society, and I suspect. Okay, anybody who's ever watched me stream HSR know that I'm a Skrullum fan, and I'm waiting for Skrullum to be the next Genius Society member to be a playable character. They already get the model for him, right? I mean, like from what 1.3, they've already introduced him, but I suspect, and this is really going to be frustrating because I absolutely believe this is going to happen. The next Genius Society member we're going to get that's going to be a playable character is going to be Stephen Lloyd. They're going to make Stephen Lloyd a playable character before Skrullum. Why? Because they did the same thing with Ron May. We just seen Ron May, like in text and in part of the Simulator Universe, and she didn't even have a motto out, but then they just made her the next 5-star character. And Skrullum's still like nowhere to be seen. And this event, they've been talking a lot about Stephen Lloyd. He's been coming up a lot in conversations. And they're going to bring him out before Skrullum. And that makes me peeved. But that's my rant.
Just like our Ron May pushes the limits of life with her groundbreaking ideas.
Oh? Seems you've also heard about the Life Helix system. Let's focus on addressing your questions first.
Right. Dice assembly. If every side is something I like, then every roll of the dice is a good one. Time to think like Steven.
You have paths and dice as your variables, but they aren't directly linked to one another.
So is this just another
A good
tutorial?
strategy is to focus on how choices affect each other. so you can maximize the effectiveness of each choice.
Oh! So for instance, if I choose the newly added erudition path and do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There! What do you think?
It's hard to say, but making choices that stay true to yourself is always encouraged. However, I would suggest the following. Okay, give it a try.
Madame Ron May's dice setup. There would be some high-level logic at play here.
So is this going to be easier to follow than the actual in-game tutorial?
Increase cosmic fragments!
You seem quite pleased with this setup.
Ooh, should I buy another one? Another increase? I get it. It's all thanks to the dice. Nothing's stopping me now. Hey, the shop's still around, right?
Not really. They're being
Haven't
very
hit
vague
my
about
target
it.
earnings yet. Getting back on track. Are there any restrictions to dice face setups?
There are less restrictions and therefore more high-quality dice faces now than before. Different combinations and arrangements can produce interesting results, so be sure to update your dice with your favorite faces as soon as you acquire them.
Okay, so,
Unless you prefer a more intense experience, of course.
so this is one thing that's starting to bug me.
Even with blank dice,
They
I'm
voiced this
bound to get
entire
lucky.
video.
I mean, look at all
Which
these
is pretty much a
Cheerios
tutorial
I
for the
found.
gears and
An
golden
interesting
gears.
choice. The rotting fruit of the alien
Couldn't they have
tree
voiced
could
a
be
tutorial
somewhat useful to
in-game?
the general of the Law Fu.
Way ahead of you, madam.
They did it for the
Good
video.
fortune lies within bad.
Let's do it
and
for it
bad
in-game.
fortune lurks within good. It's difficult to know which is which in the moment.
And if the fortune is really bad?
Well, should you encounter a cuckoo clock fanatic, what you thought was misfortune might actually be fortune in disguise. Their generosity won't leave you shortchanged.
I didn't get that one of
Still,
it.
utilizing your own intelligence and wit can bring you more than you might expect. Luck isn't everything, especially in the simulated universe.
Ron May, I couldn't agree more. I tried my hand at the Lucky Compass Challenge a few times without success, so I left it to the Trailblazer. Then I ran into the Avoiding the Beams Challenge, and I thought I had it all figured out. I asked Yukong for
I actually
help.
like those puzzles.
Only for us to discover that techniques can't even be used in that room.
What's this?
Why, it's a precious memory with you. And there's even more to be excited about. When faced with so many tantalizing options, how do we even make a choice?
In Simulated
These
Universe, Ruanime does
pertain to
spoil us.
transactions between Herta and the IPC. If you want my advice, think rationally and don't let greed consume you. Or, well, that happens.
It's all good. I recouped everything while exploring the map. Wait, what is this?
It seems you finally caught sight of the intercognition system. Adjusting your intercognition value can help you understand
kinda
various
confuses
laws
me.
and stories. The world is full of contradictions. Organic versus inorganic. Good versus evil. Calculation versus prophecy.
Sexy robot
It
wearing a
creates a
see-through robe.
Rashomon effect where truth isn't singular.
Got it. So what exactly is the purpose of the recommendations in this
Got the
intercognition
gingerbread version
system?
of School'em.
To help testers navigate this new
Okay, if you guys didn't hear that, Celia believes that this is a gender-bent version of Skrullum.
Her name's like Scroolita or something.
Oh my goodness, you're right. I just noticed that name down there. Skrullita. I dig it.
Intercognition system.
To help testers navigate
You're
this new
saving
system
your
without
jade
too
for
much confusion.
Scroolita from now on.
Listen. Okay, Skrullum is still on the top of the list. But if he wants to bring Skrullita along too, you know, I'll have some extra jade saved up. Wait. What? Like, is Skrullum a race? Like, is there a race of people that are just like Skrullum? And they all have, the first syllable of their name, Screw, and then after that it's just different? Or is Skrullita actually Skrullum? Like, Skrullum just kind of takes the head off of his robotic body and puts it onto this female body.
I don't know, but he does have his own mechanical planet. So maybe Screw people are the people of that planet.
Celia, you got to be careful how you say that. Okay, we just can't go to a planet and screw people. You got to be polite about it. All right, but you know, it does make you think. I mean, my God, if the model actually had a robe like this, I think I would have to spend money to make sure I get them. All right. Anyway,
Fusion, we've incorporated system-based guidance. Following the system's guidance can lead to extra rewards.
Now that I think about it, when I followed the system's recommendations, I got more extra drops than usual. With these extra rewards, I'll be able to trailblaze the cosmos even faster and gain more Stellar J's! What was I gonna ask? Oh, as more paths become available in the simulated universe, will blessings become more scarce? I'm a little concerned.
We thought of that too. That's why in Golden Gears, we implemented a system to prohibit specific paths. Once you prohibit a path, it's unlikely you'll come across it again during your current exploration.
Talk about user-friendly. Leave it to Madame Ron May to think of such a brilliant idea. Still, I don't want to prohibit anything. After all, the more paths, the more path residences. It's just surprising that these path residences are no longer exclusive to testers.
Given that Noose is the Eon of Erudition, encountering Residence extrapolations in the expansion module that are related to this path is to be expected.
Yeah, he's
I hope
backfiring
this
on
doesn't
us.
cause any headaches for Trailblazers.
It's giving me a headache.
But you did a great job testing this special version. We'll look at your test feedback to see if any essential changes need to be implemented in the official version. Thank you, Albert.
My pleasure, Madame Ron May. I don't know if you love pets, but I was wondering if I could be yours.
It's best I don't answer that
Don't
question.
stress that. You
Was
don't
that
want to
the
know what she
answer
does to her
gave
pets.
to you, Trailblazers?
She just neglects them.
I brought some homemade treats for you. They're just as delicious as the slices I implanted into the universe.
Are you talking about the cats?
Ooh, snack time! Madame Ron May, your cooking is the best!
Don't forget
Oh,
to test the simulated universe. The expansion module is waiting for you.
so yeah, I said it before and I'll say it again. If they could make an entire video just for this to teach you about Golden Gears, voice the tutorial in the game. I mean, how much more time and money would that be? $1 billion company. Although I don't know if they're still going to be a $1 billion company if China passes that new law. That's very anti-gotcha. But we'll see. But anyway, there you have it, guys. Later.